There will be moments when the weight of everything presses so heavily upon you that you will wonder if it is worth it. You will question whether your path is the right one, whether the isolation, the misunderstandings, and the rejection are signs that you should change, conform, or silence the voice within you. But hear this, the struggle is not proof of your failure, it is proof of your calling. The more resistance you face, the more certain you can be that you are walking a path that matters. No one fights against something that does not threaten them. The reason you face opposition is not because you are wrong, but because you are unsettling something in the world. Your presence, your purpose, your very existence challenges the comfortable illusions that people cling to. And rather than face the discomfort of growth, they choose to attack the one who reminds them of what they are afraid to confront within themselves. You are not meant to live in the shadows of others' expectations. You are not meant to fit into the small boxes that people create to feel safe. You are meant to break barriers, to defy limitations, to step beyond what is known and create something new. And those who fear change, those who fear anything different from what they understand, will always resist those who carry the power of transformation. But do not let their resistance become your prison. Do not let their fear become your own. If you stop now, if you shrink yourself to fit their mold, you will betray the very essence of who you are. And the pain of that betrayal, the pain of abandoning your true self, will be far greater than the pain of their rejection. Walk with unwavering faith in yourself. Not arrogance, but certainty. The certainty that you are exactly where you need to be, that everything happening now is preparing you for something greater than you can yet see. The greatest warriors are not those who never doubted, never stumbled, never felt weak. They are the ones who kept moving forward even when doubt whispered in their ears, even when the weight of the world tried to break them. And as you move forward, you will find something remarkable happening. The very things that once seemed like obstacles will transform into stepping stones. The betrayals, the criticisms, the loneliness, they will shape you, strengthen you, refine you into someone who is unshakable. What once felt like a curse will reveal itself as a blessing. What once seemed like a punishment will be seen as preparation. You will look back and realize that the hatred of others did not destroy you. It built you. It forced you to find your true strength, to stand on your own, to trust in something deeper than the approval of the world. And by the time they realize they could not break you, it will be too late. You will have risen beyond their reach. So let them talk. Let them misunderstand. Let them doubt. None of it changes who you are. None of it changes your destiny. Keep walking. Keep growing. Keep shining. One day, the world will see what you always knew to be true, that you were never meant to be ordinary. You were meant to be extraordinary. And when that day comes, when the world finally sees the strength they tried to break, the fire they tried to extinguish, the light they tried to dim, you will not feel the need for revenge. You will not seek validation from those who once rejected you. Instead, you will smile, not with pride, but with the quiet understanding that everything had to happen exactly as it did. You will realize that the hatred, the loneliness, the struggles, they were not barriers but bridges. They led you here. They carved a path that only you could walk, shaping you into someone who no longer seeks external approval, but moves with a purpose that is unshaken by the changing winds of others' opinions. And as you stand in the place you were always meant to reach, you will not look back with bitterness. You will look back with gratitude. Because the pain did not destroy you, it purified you. The rejection did not weaken you, it strengthened you. The darkness did not consume you, it forced you to become your own source of light. Those who once mocked you will wonder how you survived. They will question how someone they tried to break still stands taller than ever. Some will come back, not with hatred, but with admiration disguised as curiosity. They will ask how you did it, how you endured, how you found the strength to rise when everything seemed against you. And you will answer, not with words, but with your very existence. Because by then, you will have become something far greater than their doubts. You will have become proof that no amount of hatred, no amount of rejection, no amount of darkness can stop a soul that is truly destined to rise. So keep going, not for them, not to prove them wrong, but because your journey is not over. Because there is still so much more for you to become. Because the world may not understand you now, but one day, it will have no choice but to acknowledge the unstoppable force that you are. And on that day, you will no longer need their acceptance. Because you will have found something infinitely greater, the unshakable truth of who you are. Hatred is a powerful force, but so is resilience. What others throw at you, intending to break you, can become the very material that strengthens your foundation. The choice is always yours. Let their words and actions define you, or use them as fuel to become something greater than they ever imagined. The strongest souls are not those who have never faced adversity, but those who have walked through the fire and emerged unshaken. They have been betrayed, mocked, and misunderstood, yet they stand firm, not because the journey was easy, but because they refused to let darkness consume them. There will be moments when you feel exhausted, when you wonder if continuing is worth it. The weight of rejection can make even the strongest hearts weary. But remember this, you are not enduring this for nothing. Every challenge, every trial, every tear is shaping you into the person you were always meant to be. Do not seek comfort in the opinions of those who do not see your worth. The world often fails to recognize greatness until it is undeniable. The ones who are despised today may be the ones who inspire generations tomorrow. If history has taught us anything, it is that those who disrupt the status quo will always face resistance. But resistance is not a sign to stop. It is a sign that you are moving in the right direction. Growth is painful, evolution is uncomfortable, but stagnation, living in fear, staying silent to appease others, is far worse. You are not here to fit into the mold others have set for you. You are here to break barriers, to carve a path that is uniquely yours. Let them speak. Let them doubt. Their words have no power over you unless you allow them to. What they think of you does not define you. Their rejection does not diminish your value. Your worth is not dependent on their approval. The only thing that truly matters is how you choose to respond. Do you let their hatred harden your heart? Or do you take it as a lesson, as a reminder that you are built for something greater than their understanding? The moment you stop caring about their opinions is the moment you truly begin to live. Many of those who speak against you are not truly against you. They are against what you represent. Your existence, your courage, your refusal to conform, it threatens the fragile reality they have built for themselves. And rather than confront their own fears and insecurities, they project them onto you. But that is not your burden to carry. You are not responsible for their perceptions. You do not owe them explanations. Your purpose is not to convince them, but to keep moving forward, despite them. Silence can be more powerful than any argument. Instead of wasting energy trying to prove yourself, focus on becoming the best version of who you were meant to be. Let your success, your growth, your peace speak louder than their hatred. And as you continue, you will begin to see the truth. The opinions that once felt so heavy will start to lose their weight. The words that once wounded you will become meaningless echoes of the past. The people who doubted you will fade into the background, while you stand taller than ever before. But do not let success turn into arrogance. Let it be a reminder of where you came from, of the battles you fought, of the moments you almost gave up but chose to keep going. True strength is not in proving others wrong, but in remaining humble despite having every reason to boast. One day, you will look back and realize that the hatred was never about you. It was about them, their fears, their limitations, their unwillingness to see beyond their narrow perspective. And when that day comes, you will no longer feel the need to hold on to the pain they caused. Instead, you will let it go, not because they deserve forgiveness, but because you deserve peace. You will move forward, not because they have changed, but because you have grown beyond the need for their approval. You are not defined by the hatred you face. You are defined by the way you rise despite it. Keep walking, keep rising, keep becoming. The fire meant to destroy you is the very fire that will refine you. And one day, those who tried to break you will be forced to acknowledge the strength they could